What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 25 of Season 2 of our UFC 5 Career Mode, featuring none other than Kate Bishop. So Kate here, as you see, she is 27-0 in her career. She is 3 fights away from, of course, going to 30, and now it's how math works. And, Kate, she is the champion here in the bantamweight division. She used to be flyweight, and she ran flyweight, and to the point where they were like, hey, you're doing so good in flyweight, we want to see you take on the bantamweight fighters. And, well, so far so good for Kate, as she holds the belt in this division as well. So Kate here, she does what she does here. She's taking on the 44-year-old Raquel Pennington out of the United States. She is the 5th ranked fighter here in the bantamweight division. And, I've said it before, fighters it doesn't matter what your rank is when you fight Kate Bishop. Kate is a different animal. She will out-muscle you. She will out-hustle you. She will beat you into submission like it's nobody's business. Plain and simple. Kate here she just gets it done differently. Alright, so, let's not do that to this fighter right here. But Raquel, she is a very respected fighter here in the bantamweight division. You don't get ranked 5th for no reason. But Pennington here, she doesn't quite know what Kate's gonna bring in store for her, because no one really understands what Kate brings to the table until Kate shows up. And then Kate kind of just rocks the floor with everyone, and everyone's super surprised by it. That just seems to be the rolling, what happens, whatever, when a new fighter wants to fight Kate. But Raquel Pennington, I hope it's Raquel, R-A-Q-U-E-L, it's gotta be Raquel. Raquel Pennington here, she's a tough 18 competitor. She's heavily tattooed. She's been here before. You want to respect the people, you want to respect the old man that survives in a career where men die young. 44 years of age, and it just seems like the bantamweight division is just full of all these fighters that kind of fit that description. Where, she's 44, Amanda Nunes is in her 40s, I believe, and it just seems like everyone's mid to late 30s, everyone is in their 40s. It is a very old division here for the UFC bantamweight division. Even flyweight division was fairly old as well. But Kate, she doesn't care. She's not ageist. She takes you on whatever your age is, and she gets the business done here. But Kate, she's dapping up her team right now. She's ready to get going. She's a high efficient blocker. She's won her last 12 fights via the knockout. And she has won 12 of her last 12 fights via the knockout. So it says the same thing twice. Won 12 fights via knockout, and then won her last 12 fights via knockout. Good. I'm glad that Kate has won her last 12 fights via knockout, in case no one noticed that the first time they stated it. Yeah, it's this game. I don't understand it. But the 27-year-old Kate Bishop, 5'8", 135 pounds, 70-inch reach, take on the 44 Raquel Pennington, 5'7", 135 pounds, and a 67-inch reach. So Kate, the taller fighter, has the longer reach here, so she definitely is in the advantage, you'd want to say. But here we go. This fight is getting ready to get underway here in this one. They are hyping everyone up right now. They are ready to get rocking and rolling out here. But Kate, she's not done yet. She is the type of fighter that, when she gets out there and she gets ready to rock and roll, she gets ready to rock and roll. But Colorado Springs is where Raquel Pennington is fighting out of, 19-12. Yeah, that's not a very impressive, fight history right there. You gotta think, out of 31 fights, you've lost just about half of them. Not a very impressive stat line there, honestly. Yeah, not super impressed there. Kate, also rocking the new hairdo here. Take a look at her. She's got the long backwards braid. She used to have that bob pixie cut, look like a whole Karen. Yeah, she got rid of that. Has the long braided hair now in the back. But Pennington here, opens up with a kick to the torso there. Kate just kind of eats it. Kate, big kick to the face right there, and Raquel is on her back. Another big kick right there to the face as well. Overhand shot. That is what Kate is known to do. She is aggressive here in these early rounds. Getting on top of Raquel Pennington, not something she's normally known to do. She's not the greatest ground and pound fighter. She's not someone that wants to be on the ground, honestly, at all. It's not what her strong suit is. It's not what she's known for. She is a kickboxer. She stands you up. She hits you in the face with her feet, and she gets it done. The old-fashioned brutal way right there. Raquel grabbing a handful right there. She falls on top of Kate Bishop. Both fighters are back up on their feet. Big kick to the head right there. Raquel still standing, unfazed by that one. Kate going for some little jabs right there as Raquel tries to go for the knee to the torso. A leg does land there in the torso, but a foot lands, and Raquel's teeth. So Kate being aggressive right now with those hooks. Big kick block, torso shot. That's going to land on Bishop. And Kate now, she is going to start trading some blows to the leg here. Big punch to the face right there. And now a big kick to the face in retaliation. Bishop going to get taken down against the octagon here. Kate's going to do her best to get out of this as quickly as possible. Up against the octagon there. She does take a hit to the face, but she does return a little bit of payback there. Kate going for that left leg. And a big kick to the face does stun Pennington here, as she is definitely wobbly on her feet. Pennington takes Kate down yet again here in round number 1. I think just over 3 minutes left here, as both fighters are trying to either grab submission here or just get up off the ground. Big kick earns some distance there. And the big kick does going to stun Raquel Pennington here. Just under 3 minutes now, 2:55 remaining here in round number 1. Another big kick puts Pennington on the ground, and Kate just kind of doing a little bit of hits and runs on that left leg right there. And Kate is known for doing that, targeting one spot of the body specifically and just going after it. She has blown out countless ACL, MCLs, torn meniscuses in knees by just how destructive and aggressive she is, especially when it comes to these leg kicks here. But about 2.5 left in round number 1. Kate up against the octagon yet again here, and they are trading blows with each other. Big kick blocked, return punch is blocked as well. Another kick blocked to the head. Kate, her kick's going to get blocked as well. Kick to the torso is going to land. Now here we go, Kate. Big crane kick there. Raquel's on the ground. Another crane kick, and that fight's over with. Raquel Pennington down and out. Out cold. You hate to see it there for Raquel Pennington, the 5th ranked fighter here in the bantamweight division. But hey, it is what it is. I get it. You come out here, you think you have a shot against Kate Bishop, and then you find out you really don't have the shot. It's a real shame. It really is a shame right there that someone had to lose that badly to find out that they were not ready to take on the champ here in bantamweight. I get it. Everyone's coach says, hey, you got this. Dana White says, oh, it's going to be a great fight. You're going to be a great matchup for Kate here. And then Kate steamrolls you, makes it a no contest. And sure, I get it. Pennington does take Kate to the ground a lot more than Kate takes anyone to the ground. Kate doesn't take people to the ground. Kate's going to lead in every category of that. Kate had more total strikes land than Raquel Pennington had total strikes. Plain and simple. There were more significant strikes out of Kate's corner than strikes landed out of Pennington's corner. So it just kind of shows you that Kate does subscribe to the accuracy by volume stat as much as just the volume accuracy. No, just the accuracy stat. But it's not something that you can really just kind of not notice. Take on the 6th ranked fighter now. So we went from the 5th in the previous fight. Now we're taking on the 6th ranked fighter, Lily Andrews here. Lily, I don't think you know it's coming to you, sweetheart. I really don't. A 5-star fighter, so I get it. She's really good at what she does. She's 36 years of age, 5'7", buck 35, 68-inch reach. She is a kickboxer as well. So I get it that she is a very competent fighter here, but there are a lot of competent fighters that just aren't ready for how aggressive Kate is. And you gotta think, when, Kate's father, in his own accord, is a Hall of Fame fighter here in the UFC, and then Kate comes out here and has a Hall of Fame trainer. And most times, let's be honest, most of the times when you have a Hall of Fame parent, a very good professional parent, the child doesn't live up to it. And that's for any sport. You got to think, look at baseball. You got Pete Rose Jr., you got Tony Gwynn Jr., you have... Ooh, that's one of his sons right here. Ken Griffey Jr. It's like, look how good Ken Griffey Jr. is. But you see his father, who was good, but he's not Ken Griffey Jr. good. You look at, Manny Ramirez's kid just got drafted. Manny Ramirez is a Hall of Fame player. His kid, the likelihood of his kid living up to that is next to nothing. There's almost no shot of Manny Ramirez's kid living up to the same height as Manny Ramirez. But Kate has done that. She's lived up to the height in every sense of the word. And then honestly, Lily Andrews going to come in here, and she's unfortunately going to learn the hard way what that means. But Kate, not someone that shies away from any fight, and she welcomes all fighters. She doesn't decline fights. She doesn't, say, I don't want to fight this fighter. Hey, this fighter wants to fight you, Kate. Guess what? Kate goes, all right, let's book it. Let's run it back. Let's get this thing underway. Let's get it done. Kate doesn't dodge fighters. No fighter is not good enough for Kate. And she's not too good for any fighter. Any fighter that wants to fight Kate, in Kate's mind, that's an honor right there. That's what you want. Everyone is gunning for your spot right there. And to go almost 30 fights in a career and not decline a single offer, that's a good stat line right there to have. They have 28 wins, 12 fights in a row via knockout, and has won 12 of the last 12 fights via knockout. So in case you haven't noticed, Kate has won 12 of her last 12 fights via knockout. So good for Kate Bishop, just being an absolute knockout merchant. But Kate also, if you notice, she's also rocking some new tattoos right here. Has the lower half of her arm sleeves taken care of. So there you go, Kate Bishop, just getting some more tattoo work done. But Lily Andrews, she is an inch taller, but she does have that 2-inch reach disadvantage there. Not many fighters are taller than Kate Bishop, and I think that's going to be something that they're going to talk about for the first 2 minutes of the fight, then watch Lily Andrews get absolutely spanked by Kate Bishop, and then they're going to realize, yeah, it doesn't quite matter that Lily is a couple inches taller, if not a couple, just a singular inch taller. But it's not a good look here. They're gonna say, oh, Kate's got the Napoleon complex, looking up at Lily Andrews here. But Lily, out of 30 fights, she's lost 5 of them. That is 1 out of 6 fights that she loses. Kate, 28 fights, does not have a loss. She doesn't lose fights. Kate comes out here, she is ready to go. She just gets everything done. That's kind of what you want out of a fighter like Kate Bishop, just getting the shot here. But here you go, fight is getting underway. Lily and Kate touch gloves right there. And Lily's going to take a big kick to the head there. Alright, now Kate, known to being aggressive, especially early off in rounds, then kind of doing hit and runs the later the rounds going. But Lily going to kind of hit Kate there, get her off balance. And Kate going for the big kicks right there. And they're just kind of getting blocked up right now. Big kick missed. Both fighters going for the other's legs here. Kate going to go for that left leg. She's favoring that left leg early as she gets tripped up and ends up on the ground. Now Kate, a little wobbly here as she's trying to recenter herself. Another big kick. That one's going to be blocked. Big kick to the stomach. Puts Kate on the ground, avoiding the uppercut there as she falls. Big kick to the face. Lily Andrews. She looks like she could take a punch right now. She has taken a lot of hits already here in round number 1. We're just going on to a minute into round number 1. And both fighters evenly matched. No one's taken the other to the ground yet. No one seems like they've succumbed to any serious injury. Neither fighter seems to have dealt any serious hit yet either. But Kate, she's landing these big kicks to the head. Lily tries to go for some sort of assault. And Kate just lands the big kick to the head, which is something that you can't just allow to land on you. You gotta do your best to defend that, to block that, just to get it honestly out of the way. Let Kate open herself up for a hit here, but honestly, I don't think any fighters really found out how to find an opening in Kate's fighting tactic. And everyone knows that Kate struggles when it comes to the ground and pound game, that she is not someone that likes to be on the ground. But I just don't think any fighter can really get Kate to the ground and honestly keep Kate on the ground. That whenever Kate ends up on the ground like she is right now, and there you go, Lily Andrews on top of Kate Bishop going for the kidney shots right now. Not a fun time to be at right now, but Kate, she's going to do her best, and she is going to get out of that as 3 minutes. Just passes here on the clock. Big kick to the face. Andrews stunned, wobbling a big kick. That one's going to be blocked this time. Kate again, another leading kick, but going back to that left leg there. Andrews going to block the knee. Not going to block the knee as she goes to block the face. And that might be the undoing here for Lily Andrews if she keeps just taking those shots to that left leg. There you go, little block right there. Kate seems like she's forming a bruise of her own on that right leg of hers. But Kate, known for being persistent and finding weak spots in other fighters, especially finding areas that just aren't being defended. So going again for that left leg. That leg is quite flexible, as you see when Kate does land it. That leg is getting a lot of bend out of it. Probably not something that Lily Andrews wants to succumb to for the long run here. But Andrews starting to ginger that left leg as she advances and retreats here. That's something that could also happen too, is that just the speed of the ability for Lily Andrews to attack and escape is going to definitely start dwindling the longer we get into this fight here. You know, she's going to take significant damage to that left leg, you know, to the point where it's going to be injury, or it's just going to be a severe hindrance on how much damage can be dealt to a leg without the leg itself failing structurally. But here we go, big kick to the leg again after just getting knocked to the ground because of the leg. Kate's swinging a miss. Lily Andrews takes another shot to the leg, down again. Andrews going to take Kate herself down to the ground. And Kate trying to get out of this. She's wrapped up Lily Andrews. Andrews trying to take the top position here on top of Kate Bishop. Here, got a minute left in round number 1. Trying to get Lily off, which she does. There you go. The first minute has passed here. On to the final 58, and that's going to end it right there. Kate dealing a serious injury to Lily Andrews' left knee there. I mean, you hate to see that if you're Kate, if you're fighting Kate Bishop. If you're a Lily Andrews fan, and you just come up here and there you go. Just watch that knee just go down. You hate to see that. You really do. Definitely not something you want to have happen to you at any time, especially in the octagon against a fighter like Kate Bishop. That's a real shame right there. It really is a shame to have a fighter like Lily Andrews go down via the injury like that. But here you go. The belt ceremony is underway here. Dana White is out there with that belt. And he's going to present to Kate Bishop, who did take a couple hits in today's fight. He has that big gash on her left eye. Not something that she clearly wants to have there. But something that she's probably going to have to live with for the next couple of weeks, just healing up from this fight. But a big victory here for Kate Bishop. Puts her at 29 career wins on her career. So next episode, we'll be going for career win number 50, as we look just to continue Kate's amazing win streak, and how can we improve Kate's career? How can we advance her to be an even better fighter? Better than one that she already is here in the UFC. But there you go. Take a look at everything besides takedowns and body health events. Kate gonna lead everything else. She's landing more strikes than the other person. She's landing more significant strikes than the person's landing strikes. Kate's an absolute monster when it comes to the octagon. She's not someone you want to mess with, not someone to be trifled with, and not someone to take lightly. As Lily gets added to the third strike title defense here in the bantamweight division. Kate retains her title here as the champion of the bantamweights. Blood text on YouTube though. If you guys enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, comment down below. Text on YouTube though. Peace out, rock on, stay super classy. And we'll catch you on the next episode here on the Chance Bishop Show YouTube channel. So probably going to be like